Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we are going to be completing some more of the Endgame quests. As you can see, the polar bear behind me. So, I hope you guys are ready. So today we have a lot of stuff to go over because as of right now, we're working towards getting to the end of this pack. I mean, we are definitely working towards getting to the end. Now, I've gone ahead and I have the million that we need to get the egg right here, or to complete this task up top. But as you can see, you don't get any, like, you just get the llama trophy from this one, but we need to complete this one, which we now have, because pretty much every time we do this, we get what, 20 times 5? There's 100. I mean, we are rack up the money pretty fast, and you can see we jump like 100,000 each time we do this. So really, we don't have to do too much to get to a million beast coins. So this one can be completed. And look at that, we get a random reward. I love how we get a coin reward right there. For our $10 million or 10 million beast coin transaction, we get a lovely little bit there. But yeah, now we're going to work on the experience, right? Experience is going to be something that a lot of people are probably going to struggle with. But I'm going to show you a pretty simple way that you can probably get by with that. So Woot has this thing that are called shards, but we're going to kind of avoid those since we have to do chicken breeding anyways. And there is a experience chicken, right? And there's also experience essence for mystical agriculture, but the solid experience that this chicken produces is pretty substantial. And it's a crafted recipe that requires solidified experience, which is kind of weird, but we can make solidified experience. I'm not too worried about that. It's just kind of interesting seeing that we have these two here. So we need a cactus green chicken, and we're going to need an emerald chicken in order to get an XP chicken. And then we're going to pretty much just let that one chicken just give us one of these solid experiences, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that. But for right now, let's work on getting the emerald chicken. And it shouldn't be too hard because I think we have pretty much all the chickens that are going to be needed, or almost needed, in order to make this, because we do have several of the higher tier chickens, one being a glass chicken. I don't see a diamond chicken per se in here, but we use a glass chicken to get a diamond chicken, and of course then you go up from there. So let's take a look at the emerald chicken. So we have a diamond chicken. The diamond chicken is bred from a gold chicken. Do we have a gold chicken? We do. We have a gold chicken. So all we gotta do is breed these up with roost. We need a chicken breeder. No, actually a breeder, which requires a seed. Pull the seed out. There we go. And that is going to give us the chicken breeder. Okay. As long as we have an acceleration wand, we should be fine with doing this. So we'll take this. This needs some seeds in order to work. And we put those in there, and they're just going to start breeding. Now, if we hit this with an acceleration wand, it goes pretty fast, but it can go faster, right? It can go a lot faster. Let's get a user. Look at that, we have tons of them. And we're going to take this extra utility stuff. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves some of these max tier upgrades. And this thing is going to get a little bit crazy because in this pack, you can use acceleration wands in the users. So let's get a wrench. I guess we can use a hammer, actually. Probably the best. Let's use the hammer for the mod. We're going to rotate this thing over. And we're going to set this to use item on block, I believe. Or activate item with block is probably what we need to do. And it's going to be to upper left-hand corner. And that's going to run on its own. I think I might have the settings configured wrong. We'll find out. Yeah, this needs to be use item on block. There we go. So yeah, if you do this with the use item on block, it's going to get pretty insane. And yeah, we already have this ready to go. But you see, we do run out of power in this. Like I said, we can just put one back in. And it breeds really, really fast. So we have that chicken. Now we need to get the diamond chicken to an emerald chicken. So let's work on that. that just requires a cactus green chicken, which we should be able to get from the eggs. Yeah. We just need a few green eggs and just kind of throw them on the ground and hope that you get one of those. Supposed to be a 1 in 8 chance, but there we go. Sometimes that chance acts a little weird. Alright, and then we're going to need seeds, because of course we want these things to grow fast. And then I think I have a chicken stick. Yes. And we're just going to find one of these, and we're going to right-click them until his adult timer goes way down into just a few seconds. Look at that. We can get him down really fast. Once it hits 10, it kind of stops. You can't feed him anymore. So at least lasts 10 seconds. Let him grow up. There we go. And then we'll just capture him. Awesome. Now in here, we'll put these guys together. And we'll throw this back in. And we should have some emerald chickens. That's pretty fast, right? That is a breeding machine right there. Insanely fast. And what we can do, like I said, is just pull this out when it runs out of energy and it'll just refill. I don't know if you put a battery in here. That's supposed to act as an inventory. I think you can also put a battery in here that recharges its inventory. Let's see. Thermal uses one, like a creative flux capacitor. That might actually work on this. Does not seem to work. I think charge inventory. Let's try that. Okay, so yeah, this doesn't actually work, but like I said, that is something that could potentially work. And it may just be that item. I don't know. That may be something that actually does work. I don't know. But anyways, we do have our emerald chicken. Now, last but not least, we need to take this emerald chicken and put it in here with the normal chicken. And we should be able to craft this. Now, we need a solidified experience. So we're going to need this bad boy. There we go. And we can now make solidified experience. Best way to probably do this is to take this one. Place it on top. I don't think this requires RF. No, it doesn't. And we should be able to pump experience into this. At least I think so. Or we can... Oh, we can just make it with our own experience that's in our inventory. That works too. Okay. We're about to get our experience game going though. Alright, let's go ahead and make this chicken. Looks like last thing we need is an egg, some seeds, and then to craft this bad boy. So we need an emerald chicken and this chicken. And that makes an experience chicken. Alright, and only thing we need to do now is to get that experience orb. Now, this experience is nice and all, but it doesn't do what I'm about to show you. So, let's go ahead and get all these chickens put away, and I'll show you what this clipboard does here in a little bit if you're curious about that. So we need a roost. And we're just going to put this chicken in the roost, same place over here. Put that one there, up next to this. Make sure to put that in our inventory. Throw that in there. Throw that back in there. And bam, we have some experience. Now, what I can do is just grab a bit of this experience. And we're going to utilize another system. So you can use a barrel, you can use a crate. I'm going to use an item barrel just because I like how these work. And we're going to set up a system here that is going to produce experience very quickly. So, when it comes to experience collection, we have the obelisk, but we need to have something else that also collects XP. A vacuum hopper is probably not going to be fast enough, I don't think. Like an actual experience vacuum hopper. But I do think that the absorption hopper will be way fast enough. It should totally collect enough experience to do what I need it to do. So up here, going up, we need to set this to fluid. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just take one of these experience obelisks that we made several episodes ago actually. We're going to place that on top there. And then we're going to get ourselves some more users. And we're gonna, yeah, I think 2 will probably work. I think we're gonna need more barrel. Well, 1 barrel I think will be enough. But we are going to need some item conduits. And when it comes to item conduits, we probably need some speed upgrades on them. Now, we don't have to use item conduits. There are other things that we can use, but for right now, this is just going to work the best for me. All right, so we're going to get this facing the right way. Let's rotate this. Perfect. All right, so the item barrel is going to feed into both of these. Oh, this is a dragon's breath barrel. Never mind. That collected it, didn't it? Let's get an actual item barrel. There we go. One that doesn't have dragon's breath in it. Alright, we're going to place that there, and we're going to feed that the experience. And then, of course, hit it with a creative barrel upgrade, which is going to make it infinite. Hook this up. And we're just going to have this set to extract always active, and we're going to fill these guys up with this experience. Now, I don't know how server friendly this is. If you do mess this up and you are on a server, be warned. Be warned. This could really affect the server in negative ways if you do a setup like this. Because if you pump too many out and this can't keep up, or you run out of, say you run out of some kind of space or whatever, Clumps, the mod that kind of takes experience and makes it less laggy for servers, has a potential of corrupting your chunk. So, not a good thing if you mess this up. So what I'm going to take some of these speed upgrades, and we're going to max the speed on this guy, on both of them. Now, when it comes to using this, this should just be a right click, and I'm going to set it to random slot because it doesn't matter, but you'll know when you activate it. Let's see, is it use item? Generic click. Place block. We need to right click. Oh boy, I hope this works. Activate item with block. I've done this before, so it should technically work. Grid power. Oh! We're using more grid power. That's why it's not working. Let's take this out. Okay, so we're going to need another dragon mill. Dragon mill. Which is fine. We can make more dragon mills. So we'll need a dragon mill. Dragon egg. And let's go set this on this. Okay, so with that back up and running, we now have enough. I think it's right click, item. Yep, there it is. Okay. So, yeah, we may have to lower this down. Or use item on block works as well. Okay, so yeah, this definitely needs to be changed a little bit. Maybe half the speed? Oh boy. I think that's maybe way too fast. Way too fast. And then is the range on this still... There are upgrades I think you can put on this. Oh my. What have I created? This is a monstrosity. So this may be incredibly loud, but it does seem like it's functioning now. And now look at the levels going up. Okay. Whew. Like, this was insane. Now, I have been told that the way the experience tab works is that as of right now, if I was to just complete the experience and throw this in here, it's going to just use 186 levels. So if I complete that, you see it went up to 186. It's not exactly accurate because I could give myself 1 experience here, and it works exactly the same. So I can go here and do that. It should go up to 187, in which it does. So technically, like people were saying, I could just do 1 experience like 1,500 times. Like I could do it 1,500 times, and that would give me the number. But honestly, like this, if I retrieve all, that goes up so fast. That is insane. I'm trying to get away from the noise because I know the noise is insane. This isn't going to last forever because I'm definitely going to turn this off. Let's get a sound muffler. I think I saved the sound. Yeah, the sound. Good old-fashioned sound muffler. Goodness. That thing is loud, but also it's really fast. Like, we are getting experience at an insane rate. Which is perfect. That means we're going to be able to complete this pretty quickly. Look at that, 600 levels like that. But the thing is, we can just keep pulling out the 100 levels and keep doing this, and we hit 100 levels really fast on here, so that we don't have to worry about the experience level increase. Because this, if you look at it on a graph, at each level you gain, it's like a giant curve that is just going to shoot straight up once you start hitting a certain level of experience. You see, we just pulled 100 levels out of here, and it only gave us 50 added to what we currently have. So you want to kind of check here, like at 100 or whatever, and just pull it out, and then just complete it. And keep doing that as you go, because this isn't actually used. Apparently the quest is using some different kind of experience number here. It's literally just pulling the actual number. But we're going to complete this before you know it, and then we have to work on some of the other ones. Now, I do have my clipboard here, which is talking a little bit about it. We did complete the coins, and then right here we have the XP. We're currently working on that, so I'll complete that next. And then next, we're going to start working on finishing up Botania. I think blood magic is going to be pretty easy, so I'm not too concerned about that quest. Yeah, look at this. We are fixing to complete this. I think just a couple more and I can shut this thing down, because this thing is ridiculous. If I let this run, man, before you know it, this thing would be completely full. It would be insane. But you can see, what, we've been sitting here for like 3 minutes, and I've able to complete this in like 3 minutes. So, very, very, very crazy amount of experience you get from this setup. Look at that, and we just completed it. And we got a sheep trophy. Awesome. So now I get to shut this bad boy down. I don't want this thing going forever. That would be insane. But I did find that the XP vacuum is the best way to go with this. Don't use anything else. The experience vacuum is the best way to go. Because it's just it just pulls it the fastest. So, anyways, now that this is done, we can move on. Oh man, and start working on some more Botania stuff. So when it comes to what we're needing for Botania, it's going to be the one down here, Polar Bear. We're going to need this Dandelion. I think it's what it's called, a Dandelion. This right here requires a Gaia Spirit. And if you know what the Gaia Spirit means, well, if you don't know what it means we have to fight the Gaia Guardian. Now, this fight is pretty difficult in most rights, right? It's pretty difficult, but with the armor that we have, the saturation modifiers that we have, with this crazy thing up here that we have, this fight is going to be a cakewalk. With the draconic armor, cakewalk. So what we're going to need to get this thing started is a pretty massive platform that is dirt or whatever. I'm going to use grass. And I'm going to make a pretty big platform for this this battle. And we're going to get this thing done today. We are going to battle the Gaia Guardian. And it shouldn't actually take us too long to do. He should be pretty easy with this guitar. We can just chase him around. It does feel kind of cheaty at that point, but that's, I mean, that's completely bypassing what Vasky would ever want. But, you know, that's part of the pack. So we're going to go ahead and get through it. Let's see, we went 5 out. So yeah, this platform has to be a circular shape, or needs to be at least big enough to support the circular shape. So like I said, I'm just going to build out a pretty decent sized grass platform, because once we're done, we're going to remove this anyways. And we need a couple of items that, we're going to need a couple of items like, I hope this is long enough. Feels like we might need to go a little bit more wide. This does need to be a pretty large area. So there we go. We have a nice big grass platform here. We're going to need a beacon. This goes in the center with some iron blocks, because it has to be a normal beacon, like an actual structured beacon, at least the tier 1. And then we're going to need some Gaia pylons. And Gaia pylons, I think we have access to the Gaia pylons. Let's make sure we have everything. We need these little guys, these Gaia pylons. I hope, looks like pixie dust is a thing we're missing. So, mana pearls for the win. Now, how to get pixie dust? You just throw it inside here. And that will get us all the pixie dust we could want. Look at that. Now, this stuff does look like it's going to require a bit of mana. Now, I assume on the mana that is shown for the polar bear is just a full, because this is supposed to represent a diluted mana pool. So I'm assuming it's just a full diluted mana pool. But the numbers could be really high and could require actually a lot of mana. I wouldn't put it past them to have it require a lot of mana. So just keep that in mind. Now we do need 4 of these, so we are going to need some more of these mana things. So I guess we're going to need mana diamonds. I'm just going to get a bunch of mana everything, because this should have already been in our system. There we go. So 2 of those, we need 2 more. Awesome. And these need to go a couple blocks out, I believe. And if I kind of just eyeball this, we're just going to go right here. And you need to fill this in with some iron blocks. Put the beacon right here. And we're going to need some, I guess we can use the iron blocks, it's not a big deal. I think it's 3 out in each corner. I'm going to find out when I go to activate this thing and it doesn't work. But I believe it's like this, and these go on the corners here. Now you can use the Botanial book that will actually help you tell you exactly where these need to go. But I think this is right. If this is not right, then it needs to go in one more. But that feels right to me. Yeah, that totally feels right. All right, so to get this started, we just need a piece of terra steel, and we should be able to right-click here. Shift right-click, sorry. Yep, and that will activate the battle. I'm pretty sure we're ready for this battle. We have armor that prevents us from the wither. Like, literally, we should just be able to go around and attack him. Like, it should be that simple. Just run around, hit him a few times. We take no damage anymore because, I mean, we just have regen that's just so insane. Like this. Actually, I think right now the reason we're not taking damage, this isn't actually on. I think we forgot to turn that. Technically, we shouldn't be starving or having any hunger issues right now. But yeah, this guy is super easy to kill. He's going to go up and do his little thing. This is going to spew out some mobs, but we can literally kill them right as they're being spawned by hitting C with our Qatar, which does a radial effect. Oh yeah, super simple. And the Qatar actually does quite a lot of damage. This is probably the longest part of the battle, and you can't really speed it up any. As far as I'm aware, you can't. Can you? Don't think so. That would have been funny if that would have worked. Alright, there he goes. So he goes into this stage. It's going to make it a little bit harder for me. Come on. And he's down. And it should automatically put the Gaia spirits in your inventory. Right? Perfect. Now, we are going to have to beat Gaia 2 anyway, so we might as well get it done now. So, the Gaia 2 is a little bit harder. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here and set this to the right thing, because we never set this to output. There we go. All right, so now we should get max hunger, or max saturation, and everything. I'm going to switch over to an armor that I don't think we've made yet, have we? I thought we did. Did we make it? Let's take a look. Yes, we did. It's the gym armor. So the gym armor gives you... I don't like its flight per se, because it can be a little weird. So I'm going to go ahead, slap this on an armor stand. Let's see, throw this in here. And there we go. And yeah, I'm going to throw the gym armor on, because the gym armor gets a nice speed boost. Look how fast we can run now. So we should be able to catch up with this guy pretty easy with no issues. And we still won't take any damage, so I'm not worried about that. Alright, so let's go ahead and make this. The Gaia right here, you just add it to a piece of Terra Steel, I believe. And it's going to make the ingot. So Terra... Just take one of those and add it to that. I believe. Oh, it's 4 of them. So we're going to need 4 of them. So let's head on over here. And we'll do that. So bam. And then this will allow us to spawn in the next tier. Okay. So shift right click. And we'll get this battle started. It's pretty much the same thing. He just has a bit more health, and he's a little bit faster, and he does a couple of other moves that cause a little bit more damage, like that. See where it, like, strikes me? It's kind of annoying. Since it's going pretty fast, actually. I'm so surprised. Wow. Like, he's really trying to kill me. But of course, he's going to have no success because of the effects that we have on us right now. It's just absolutely impossible. We have a lot of health, that's for sure. And really fast regeneration. Which makes this fight super easy. Except for all the getting hit and stuff. I don't like all the knockback. Alright, so we're back at this part. There we go. Look at him, he's just attacking us like crazy. Yeah, those like particle effects, they do a lot of damage as well. There we go. So yeah, once he ends this phase, I think he spawns more than what the first one does. But we need this to complete the Botanial quest line. Alright, he's getting close. He's got to wait for his last one. There he goes. So yeah, he gets a little bit harder to hit on the last go around here. At least we got 2 hits on him that time. And voila. Awesome. So we get more Gaia spirits. We get our Dice of Fate, and the Dice of Fate is what we're wanting. Let's open that up, and look at that. We get the Ring of Thor. Nice. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at the quest line. Because I'm pretty sure the Dice of Fate, you get a reward here. Reward there. You also get a reward for the Gaia spreaders when you make them, and you need the Gaia spirits in order to make those. So, lots that we got done, but the Gaia spirits were definitely the most important. And what do we get here? A relic. Shader grab bag. Now, we could technically make all the relic shader grab bags if we wanted to. Look at that. We can just throw all the shaders into this, but I'm not too concerned. We could have even copied the Dice of Fate, I believe. But I'm not too concerned about that. Let's go ahead and just get everything in. Why can't I put the bow in? That's weird. Are we out of inventory space? Wow. I don't know why we are, but we are out of disk space, which is kind of hilarious, actually. let's see. I think I have some empty drives that I left. Yeah. Just in case I needed to copy one of them. There we go. Now we have more space. Perfect. So, into Botanial we go, right? For all this. We need to complete all of the runes. Now, these runes just require your base runes and all the spring, summer, and winter runes. So pretty much we just need to make every single rune, and then we're able to make the last one. Now, the runes, they're really not that difficult. They only require a couple of different ingredients, in which I'm going to go ahead and get those done, and I'll be right back. So I have almost all of the runes ready to go. All we got to do now is get that flower for this thing. Pretty much everything is ready to go. We just have to get the flower made. Now, this is going to consume all your base ones. So I went ahead and made all fresh runes, and we have all these different colors. It's going to be purple, lime green, and regular green, and then, of course, we're going to have that Gaia Spirit and a Petal Apothecary, which means we're going to need a seed. So I went ahead and got all of that stuff ready to go. All we got to do is look down, 2 of those, a lime, a green, rune of air, fire, earth, and water. Now, this is going to consume these. When making runes, they don't actually consume. This consumes it, though. Then we're going to need a Gaia Spirit, which I think I put in the table. Let's take out a Gaia Spirit. And this is like one of 2 flowers that actually requires the Gaia Spirit. I'm assuming that's why it was put in. So there we go. And seed. That gets us a lovely flower here. The Dandelion. Which yeah, you know the reference. You know what it's supposed to mean. So what we got to do is throw this in here. Look at that bad boy in there floating around. And we're going to need all the runes. What do they call all these the lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, all the different shoot, now I can't even think of the name of them. But anyways, we need all of these top tier runes. So pride, envy, wrath, and sloth. Let's go ahead and throw those in. Pride, envy. Hold them all down. Gluttony, greed, envy, lust, wrath. Those are all the ones that we need for this. I don't know if wrath is the one we need, but let's take a look. Yes, we do need all of those runes. Okay, so we'll just throw these all in our inventory here. And I'll just place them in. I think some got accidentally added, didn't they? Oh boy. I probably need to get rid of some of these runes and just make sure we only have the ones on us that we actually need. Oh boy, like autumn got put in there, air got put in there somehow. Alright, lust, gluttony, wrath, greed, envy, sloth, and I don't think we're missing one more. I feel like we're all here. All of them's in there. And then we, last but not least, need the clay matter. Okay, so I think we should be good. All we need is the clay matter. And then we need to feed this with some mana. Okay, so we're going to need to get our wand, and we're going to have to feed this thing with some mana. So let's go get our wand. And I'm just going to push everything over to this. Now, we're going to have to see how much this actually takes, because it does... It's probably going to take a lot of mana. And I have a suspicion that these are not going to be good enough. Oh yeah. And I don't think there's a way to transfer mana here. I don't know, we can try. But I don't think sparks work on this table? We shift click. No, there's no way to like put a spark on here. Which is a bummer. Because we have sparks everywhere else. Let's see. Yeah, sparks don't work. Oh, I do see a little bit of mana production going. Okay, so it is technically working. I just think we need to probably butt in here with these. Upgrade a few mana spreaders to the top tier. Let's see if we can make any mana spreaders. So, yeah, these are going to be required. We're going to need dream wood. So, we'll take the living wood. We only have to make one of them, so I'm not too concerned there. We throw this in here. That is going to produce living wood, or dream wood. Let's get some petals. There we go. And we'll make this. An elven. And then we need to make the Gaia, which means we need a mana diamond. So let's run and do that, and we'll make the top tier spreader. That's what we'll do. Throw that in there. Bam, we get exactly what we need. You gotta love this stuff. Alright, and last but not least, let's make the top tier spreader. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna throw all these runes in here. We don't really need to worry about them anymore. Even the sparks we don't really need. Alright, let's make a few of these. Get them placed around. And this guy is about to really kick up here in a second. I need to move these away because I'm going to be pointing these here. And I need clear sight in order for this to work. And that should totally help with the speed. So while we wait for this one to complete, I think we should probably move on to the other one, which is not Thaumcraft. This is going to be like the last one we do, which is going to be this one. We have two more to go. This one we're going to do probably along with Thaumcraft. This one's super simple. It may look hard, but believe me, it's really, really easy. This one right here is what we're going to have to work on. This is going to require us to pretty much stand there with the clay matter inside of our altar. And I'll kind of go over this here in a second. As soon as we clear out all the mobs from here. Right, so what we probably want to do is remove all the speed runes, because we don't want speed runes bothering us here. So I'm probably going to change those with like runes of self-sacrifice, just so it'll get us some more blood. But we're going to change those out. Let's head back up here. And swap those out with runes of self-sacrifice. Man, blood magic would have been way easier if I would have had that at that point. Getting all these runes set up would have been way easier. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of anything that is speed rune related, because honestly this is going to be fast without the speed runes. It's going to be way too fast. And we need to slow this down, because we need to make sure we fill this with as much blood as needed. So right here, we see we have tons of life essence, right? We pretty much have an infinite amount of life essence that's down here, right? The portable tank. That's not really going to matter because it's pretty slow getting all of this in there. Even with, there are runes that help you. The displacement runes, I do believe, help you get more blood in and out faster. But it's still pretty slow. It's still a pretty slow process. So we're going to need our dagger. And we're going to still have to sit here and work on this. Except we're going to need that clay. And it's going to go in here. Now, it's going to consume this really fast. If I place this in here, instant. So what you got to do is you got to keep doing this over and over again. And eventually this thing will hit that number. It may look like it's not. because it is going backwards basically. But eventually it will hit that. It just takes a little bit of time. I don't know if there's any better way of doing it. I might fill this whole thing with the maxed out runes. And I'll do that here in a little bit. But other than that, you pretty much just have to sit here and let it go. And yeah, just continue to prick your finger. And eventually this thing will change for you. So at this point, everything's pretty much done that I wanted to get done today, which is absolutely phenomenal. This bad boy is ready to go. We just need some living rock. It's done down below, and I'm going to show you kind of the setup for that. Let's go ahead and get the living... Actually, do we have that? Living rock? Wow, do I not have living rock? I don't think I do. Oh, you know what? I think we actually have living rock stored away in one of these containers. Ah, we do. Okay, good. I was about to say, I thought I had living rock. We place that on there. Hit this with a wand. Get all of our runes back, plus the spawned polar bear. Let's head down here. This bad boy is done. I'm going to tell you what I've done. I placed displacement runes all the way around here, and then I just placed some more self-sacrifice runes. I don't think I needed the self-sacrifice runes. I really just needed all these displacement runes. This allows this to basically be filled with the life essence here. Let me go ahead and clear this guy. But yeah, this allows me to fill it with life essence down below. Now, what I did was I used, as we found out, the best transfer method for getting fluid out of a creative or portable tank. We already had this down here from before, but this guy can fill up pretty fast. It doesn't take very long at all to pretty much take blood and put it in there. I think we can make it even faster if we had more displacement runes. And capacity runes may actually change how much you can transfer as well. But pretty much this thing is ready to go. If you like I said before, you just leave it in there, it will eventually transform. It may look like it's depleting and losing progress, but you're putting more into it than it's actually losing, which inevitably makes it so that way it'll transform. And that gets us the spawn rabbit. Man, this has been absolutely crazy and super fun so far. We were able to pretty much get almost all the way done through this. We have a couple more to go, but other than that, we're pretty much ready. We have the spawn pig, right? Which is the Thaumcraft, which we're going to do in a future episode here. And then we have the fusion to do. Then we need to gather up UU matter, which, of course, that one's really easy. All we need is a little bit of UU matter, and we can make tons of it. And then we're good to go, right? We have the completionist tab to do, which means we need to complete the rest of these quests, which involve Thaumcraft, which we have to get into anyways. Everything else, pretty much ready to complete. Now, there's a few things in here that we can't complete. The stabilized mob spawner, I believe, is one that we can't complete because of how the metadata is, and the factory controller is also that way because of how the metadata is. I think overall this one should probably be changed to the wither one. In basically in the quest line here, and I can actually do all that, change these, so I will. If not, you can actually spawn the factory controller in by itself like this, and also spawn the one in for yourself here. Either way, you're going to have to do that in order to complete the pack. Otherwise, you will not be able to do so. If you want to know how to do that, you can open LAN here, and you can turn on cheats this way. If you're in a survival world that doesn't have cheats already enabled, which if you're playing modded Minecraft, you probably need cheats enabled. But yeah, that's what you want to do. And then be able to get these items in, because the quest is kind of broken. But other than that, everything else should pretty much be able to work. We still need to gather sewage, biodiesel, and UU matter, which is right here. But like I said, that is not going to take too much. It's weird that we have several different UU matters here. Weird. This one only requires 1,000, but the main one requires way more. I don't know. That's still how you're going to get a donkey trophy. So we'll be working on those next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Boy, this armor looks really sick. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.